What is up, everybody? This is Brian, the Tailgate Tour Guide, and this is the first video that I've made really since the hurricane. Obviously, a lot has changed. What's going to happen today is, even though at least right now it's kind of crappy weather, it's a little bit foggy and a little bit rainy. Supposed to clear up by the afternoon. I think it's supposed to be a partly cloudy kind of day, and the rain's pretty much supposed to be pushed out. But today's supposed to be kind of nice, like in the 50s or 60s. It's basically the week before Thanksgiving. Actually, I think it's a week exactly before Thanksgiving now. But I wanted to go check out some of the roads. Really wanted to do some driving. It's been weeks, honestly. Up until the other day, I hadn't driven this BMW in over a month. I'd been basically driving the 4Runner around, doing some work out of town and stuff like that. So before, you know, I switched gears completely from one cycle to the other. I wanted to go out and spend a day driving and also checking out some of the roads. Some of these roads I've been on since, and there was issues with the roads being closed and washed out and stuff like that. So the roads I'm going to be looking at today, I'm going to start out this morning with 276 going up from Cruso down into Brevard / Pisgah Forest. So we'll kind of scope that out and see how that is today. And then, because that was originally closed just about a mile or so north of Lake Logan. So we'll check that out. I've been told we can get all the way into Brevard now, but I think there's some one-lane section, so we'll check that out. And then I think what I'll probably do this afternoon is do 215 all the way up, back basically through this same exact area, and go north and head to 209 and 63 Dogged Mountain, some stuff like that, and kind of check out roads on that side. I know they're probably a little bit better on some of their areas there, but either way, since we've got some issues with some of the roads, like 151 took some damage, Pisgah Highway, and definitely 80 over in Marion is in really rough shape. So at least want to try to find some alternatives in our area that we can all, oh my gosh, big old huge washout in the road where they've been doing work. Oh, almost just swallowed the car up. But yeah, we're gonna get out and have some fun, see what kind of good roads we can find. All right, so we're on 276 coming up through the Pigeon River area, up through Cruso. Looks like there's a little bit of road construction going on. We're pretty much near the bottom before you really start to have the mountain climb. This road actually looks really good. First time I came through here after the storm, this whole section of road was broken apart, and you could barely cross over one lane with a car. So, gosh, it's just impressive how much the devastation is. Even though I've seen it before, it just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't get old. But that was the section I was really kind of worried about. I'm glad to see it's in good shape now. Got a one-lane road here. See what this looks like. Definitely lots of gravel right through here. Part of this could be from the recent rain, or could be from the storm and the construction afterwards, but looks like we got light up here. Sitting here waiting on the road construction, I can see what they're having to work on. You can see there's a massive, you can see the scar on the mountain there from a big old slide. I'm sure we'll see it once we get up closer, but it looks like it comes from up the mountain and all the way down through that gully. So we'll see if there's how much of the road's left or what they're working on. Just got our green light. down here. Yeah, big old washout right there. Probably 2 miles, if that, from the top. Evidence of some trees down through here. Yeah, more trees down. Not on the road though. I'm actually shocked there's not more issues. Or evidence from previous issues. Maybe it's because we're high enough on the mountain. Yeah, we might not even have been 2 miles from the top, probably a mile when I said that earlier. Check and see if the parkway is open here, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Section of the parkway that should be open is just the commuter stretch around Asheville, which is from Brevard Road over to I think 74 is as far as it goes. Yeah, road's closed. But this time of year, you kind of expect it. I mean, we haven't really had the winter weather yet, but usually the first time we get any winter weather, it's all over. I'm sure it's the same here. Oh, wow. No, I'm wrong. Look at that. So they've got this section of the parkway, which is kind of going south or west. I wonder how far it goes. But that'd be cool if it goes to like Black Balsam and Devil's Courthouse and everything. Because I know the main spots of the parkway that have the issues are between here and Asheville, basically, where they've got it shut down. So good on them for being able to open up as much of this as they can. We're going to head down into Brevard. So far, this section of the road is super smooth. They repaved this not too long ago. 5 or 6 years back, I think. It's still in pretty good shape. There's a lot of work done to this one corner right here. Still don't know why, but looks good though. I think they were just cutting down a section of the mountain to try to make it a little bit less extreme of a, I don't know, rock wall adjacent to the road. Not only have I not done this road in several weeks, but I'm really happy with how this car feels after the new suspension. It's just so smooth, so linear. That's a fresh tree down right there. That's the one thing you got to worry about after the storm is just because there wasn't a mudslide in a specific spot or just because a tree didn't fall during the storm, there is still a lot of earth that has moved. There's a lot of trees that have fallen that haven't quite made it all the way down the mountain yet. We get a little bit of rain or we get a little bit of wind, and there's going to be a lot more secondary and I guess tertiary, whatever. There's going to be additional smaller slides and tree falls and things like that. You always have that risk anyway when you're in the mountains, but when you've had as much rain and all that damage done to the ground, it's going to take it a little while to kind of settle. Section of the road's in really good shape, actually. It's so strange how just being on one side of the mountain can make such a difference on how things look. I mean, this area through here I drive all the time for years, and I am just not seeing really much evidence of there being trees down or any storm damage. I mean, we had that one back there, but that's a recent thing. Coming up on Sliding Rock. It's crazy. There's a tree. Probably down from the storm, but on the scale of things, this is probably the best. Man, even the river, the creek here, the Davidson River, really doesn't look all that bad up here. It looks about the same as it did before. A lot of these other rivers just look so insanely different. Must just must not have had the same kind of rain, the same degree here, or I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, the creek looks in really good shape. Most of the other rivers are just completely covered in debris and smaller rocks, and this is still looks mostly untouched, honestly. Like, I don't think there was a big flow. I'm sure the river was high. I swear, this car on Continental tires, man, feels so good. It's the first car that I want to drive if I'm going to drive on a not so great weather day. You would think a bigger car that has more weight, more power would be a little bit tougher to control under like a wet road condition, but man, this car feels great. I haven't had any of the safety stuff kick on either. If I get too heavy in the throttle or something like that, it'll certainly cut things down, but all right, there's a big mud flow actually. Just off the left side of the road. Big debris flow turned into a dam in the creek. So it did happen. Here we are coming up on Looking Glass. I'll have to take a stop and check it out. Sign back there said there might be some damage down here at the waterfall, but that's probably just a precaution. But we'll check it out, see how everything is down here. All right, I'm happy to see that 276 is in good shape and waterfall looks good. Only that one spot of road construction on the north side of the mountain over near Cruso, but otherwise everything's in pretty good shape here. So definitely add this to your list of roads to check out, especially if, at least for right now, you can go a little bit on the Blue Ridge Parkway. So next stop, let's go check out 215.